between the first and last qualifier in the semis, there was less than 0.4 seconds. So this is like tup, tup. And all the 8 are...
I have no idea
done.
which way this is going to go. I mean, we were talking, we were looking ahead to the session, and some of them are fairly clear cut. And you go, it's either that person or it's that person. This one is either this person, this person, this person, this person. Just throw a blanket over them and say who's going to emerge in front.
This is Piero Codia down in lane 8. Silver medalist, the short course Europeans. Mehdi Metella, bronze medalist from the last Europeans. 6th at the Olympic Games. Then here comes Yegor Kuimov, European junior champion from last year. Now listen to the crowd. Listen to the crowd.
He can't hear them because he's got his headphones on, but he knows they're cheering. And he gives them the fist bump. Does James Guy?
He was only 1300ths of a second behind Laszlo Cseh. Incredibly stacked field. Krzysztof Milák, champion of the 200 meters. Also World Championship silver medalist last year. Quite surprisingly, let me add that. Konrad Czerniak, European champion of 2014. 5th at the 50 meters. Then Alexander Sadovnikov, 8th at the Olympic Games, 4th at last year's short course Europeans. And with the best time of the semis, this is Laszlo Cseh, reigning European champion, silver medalist from the Olympic Games. But they did not have a very good meet up until now.
It is absolutely stacked. Fastest 51.65 in the semi-finals. The slowest 52.02. Ridiculously tight.
And you know what? Piero Codia, just qualifying, actually did a better time in the heats than Laszlo Cseh's time from the semis. So it is anyone's game from now on.
Now James Guy missing out on the medals in the 200 free, withdrew from the 100 fly to give that relay a chance. More than a chance, they won it. He's in 2. Metella for France in 1. Crowd needs to just calm down a bit. They're getting excited, not surprisingly, because they think James Guy could do it. Obviously he does.
Everyone's excited around here.
Czerniak in 3. Laszlo Cseh in 4. Of Russia, Hungary, Kuimov of Russia. They will quieten down eventually and get this underway. The hardest to predict of all the finals on the final day here in Glasgow. Who's going to really go for it? I'll tell you who's into his stroke. It is Czerniak in lane 3.
Well, he has to go out fast. He is a 50-meter specialist. So he has to go out fast and then waiting for the others to come. Well, and down in lane 8, Piero Codia also looking very strong. In an outside lane, might be surprisingly fast. There he is.
So it is the Italian from Metella in 2nd place, then Czerniak, then James Guy, then Laszlo Cseh. It's still wide open. Anybody could still win this race. 25 meters to go. Laszlo Cseh may not have enough in the tank. Does James Guy in lane number 2? He's coming. Metella is coming. Down below us is Codia. Codia's going to get there for Italy. He will win in 50.64. Second is Mehdi Metella. James Guy in 3rd place. That is the first sub-51 swim in Europe this year.
And a new championship record for Piero Codia. Remember, he just sneaked into the final, but was in very, very good shape, and he proves that. So this field, wow, incredibly fast. But Piero Codia just surprised everyone from this outside lane.
Oh, quite a few people fancy Krzysztof Milák. Didn't get in the mix in the end. Was 9/100ths behind James Guy. It's a big win, though. You look at the time there. It wasn't. We thought it might be tight. It wasn't tight. And just like we saw from Duncan Scott the other day, you can win races from lane number 8.
So Piero Codia, champion of the 100-meter butterfly, finished fourth 2 years ago, missed out in the finals at the World Championships. But look at that margin, 0.6 seconds ahead of Metella from the other end of the pool.
Do you know what he also misses out on? The medley relay. The Italians are not there.
With the individual champion of the 100-meter fly and the 100-meter freestyle.
Oh, Laszlo. Wasn't to be today. Fastest in the semi, slowest in the final.
Missing out on his time. Czerniak also way behind, only in 6th position.
Great win for the Italians. James Guy, I think, will be happy enough to get a medal, an individual medal from that event. Said she didn't realize it was going to be quite that tough. She was something like 2 minutes and 30 behind the winner in the end, and she said, right, I'm going to have to toughen up a bit. I'm going to have to learn how to do this better. I thought maybe she might think, oh, I'm going to go back to pool swimming so much easier. I have a lane. Nobody gets anywhere near me. Nobody's kicking me. Nobody's hitting me. You know,
and the water temperature is way
constant, yeah, as opposed to what you might get in Loch Lomond. I know somebody, as a joke, also brought the monster from Loch Ness down to Loch Lomond. I said, well, don't throw it in, for heaven's sake. If you throw that in, it'll be total chaos.
Okay, so you did not throw it in.
No, I didn't go up there. But somebody came up with that idea, which I thought was quite inventive. Right, our presentation party for the men's 100 meters butterfly, and Jimmy Guy gets his individual medley. He'll be back for the medal rather than medley, which is later. He'll be back for the medley relay later on, doing the butterfly, and that smile returns to his face. After the 200 free, he was none too happy because he just missed out on the medal, but this time round it's third place for James Guy, who's still a work in progress on the 100 fly and on certainly on the 200 fly as well. He's third place, and something to take away in terms of an individual medal. It's done okay in the team stakes so far. I think so. I think he'd love to have won it, but he's on the podium. 51.42. It's Clark Kent. Maiden Metella with the specs. Doesn't make him look as big. It's funny that, isn't it? You put specs on it, they don't look quite as imposing.
Oh, yes.
But Maiden Metella getting the second place for France. And here comes our Maiden Metella, by the way, 51.24. First sub 51 swim, new championship record as well. What a swim this turned out to be from lane 8. Done by Duncan Scott early in the week, and now done by this Italian. Well, there's a surprise. Another Italian medal for Piero Codia of Italy. The boys down below us in the next booth are having an absolutely fantastic afternoon. They're just talking about Italian medals everywhere. And that was a spectacular swim from lane number 8. So it's only the second guy in the world this year to go sub 51. Brilliant stuff. And we're going to hear that anthem. So everybody around here will be getting their hands ready for the clapping part. Hope you are at home. Get involved yourself. Here comes the Italian national anthem for Piero Codia. You know how it's supposed to be impossible to sneeze and keep your eyes open? It's impossible not to move to the Italian national anthem. You cannot remain static when the Italian... I mean, even James Guy was making some moves there. It's not his anthem, but he just got so swept along with it. The crowd, of course, did their applause, as they always do, the hand claps all the way through. And, yeah, I think he's a happy boy. I think he'd be even happier if and when Great Britain sort out that medley relay later on and go on and win it, because there's still some question marks because of the backstroke leg as to whether they will, but we'll find that out in the couple of races' time. He was a star, absolute star, winning that from lane number 8 in an absolutely stacked field.
And winning there by relatively huge margin.
Yeah.
So I think something that no one was expecting is that the winner is going to be 0.6 seconds ahead of all the others. So you could pick either of them to win this, but I would have never said that it's going to be such an easy win for any of them.
Well, the rest of the world will be taking note of that, going, wow, that's a quick time. So the Pan Packs have just started, so a lot of the attention now is on what's happening in Tokyo. But in Glasgow, still some very, very good times being posted, which will be in the rankings at the end of this week. Is the seal going to reach? Yeah, it does. That's in there somewhere. Well, the Italians have had a terrific week. I'm sure that they, actually, of all the teams, are probably the happiest because they have done it regularly. They've been on the podium. They've probably been on the podium more times than anybody else, pretty much this week, I think.
And you know what? None of their favorites missed out on medals. Okay, Gregorio Potrineri not winning the gold medal.